There's no girl you know that doesn't fart, bro. And if it's like a big fart because like her stomach was hurting, you bet your fucking ass after she farts, she's like, that was a good fart. All of them. There are people who genuinely believe that like women as a whole are these like dainty, like frail, like flowers of just like elegance and shit. I feel like the more you believe women are like pure flowers, the less you've actually been around them. You know what I mean? It's so hard to view women as like pure, delicate little flowers. When I grew up using the restroom after Sophia used it, because my mom is using hers and we're all waiting in line to use ours. And Sophia beat me to the restroom, but I have to shit so bad that I can't wait. Like as soon as she gets out, I go in there and it smells like her shit and it smells so bad. It's so hard to be like, oh yeah, that's my sister. She's a flower. Like, you know what I mean?
Boy trees make pollen and girl trees don't make pollen. That's like a thing. Did you know this?
Are you about to ask me if pollen is cum or some shit? Like,
oh my god, is pollen cum? That's a great point. That's not what I was gonna say.
Jesus, we're so fucking stupid.
But interesting. No, that's not what I was gonna say. Boy trees make oh my god, yeah. Because boy
some
trees
people are allergic to pollen.
It's annoying because he knows everything, right? Like he knows a lot of stuff, right? And he knows like purposeful stuff, but then he also knows a lot of like useless, like random fun facts kind of stuff. Tell him about the cactuses, Oscar. Tell him.
I'm gonna tell you because Sophia's yelling at me. You guys know those like stereotypical movie desert cactuses where it's like it's the body and then they have arms like that? Do you know those motherfuckers have to be 100 years old before they grow an arm? Also, they expand and shrink like accordions because that's how they'll store water. And then in Arizona, you'll see them everywhere. But like that desert that Arizona's part of, that's the only place where they grow naturally. Yeah, don't know. That's kind of it. I mean, their roots grow like super wide. They don't grow very deep at all so they can get like enough water from like everywhere, you know. And then also in the desert, there isn't necessarily more water deeper in the ground.
Why the fuck does he know that?
A Charlie Brown Christmas.
I think it's funny how like shitty the animation was.
It was shitty, but it wasn't. Like
it makes sense because of like you were saying it was made 30 years before you were even born. You know what I mean? Like it's like, well, no, duh. Right? No, like their faces. I remember thinking like I was watching it and I vividly remember thinking like when they zoomed in one of their faces, I was like, I could do this. So I was like,
you're like, I could draw like, that so easily.
I could so draw that. You know what I mean? I don't remember the character's name, but the character that's always dirty.
The dirty
that
one?
Would crack me up.
That
where, like,
was crazy.
He would just like shuffle and then it's just like
anytime he would move, there's a little cloud of dust and dirt and shit. That shit was crazy. We were watching The Devil Wears Prada yesterday, and I was like, I don't remember like a lot about that movie. I know I've seen it. I know you guys loved it, but I never quite got like what the movie was about. I shouldn't watch that movie because it's gonna make me worse. Because like there's a scene where she has like her like luggage portfolio. It's like a brown leather satchel thing, and she's about to go talk to Miranda, and the other Emily chick is like,
"This is Frau. Don't let her see it."
Go.
And she snatches it away from her and throws it.
That's Oscar.
I know, and that's exactly what I said. I was like, that's how I want to talk to you guys. That's how I want to talk to you and Celeste. Because here's the thing. For the most part, fashion-wise, I kind of just leave you guys alone. Like, I'm like, whatever. Like, but then I was like, nah, but that's how I want to be. Like, the time that you were wearing the Treasure Planet hat.
Oh, yes.
And then Sophia kept asking me how she should arrange her hair around the hat. And I was like, you should do it like this. And then she kept not doing it. And then she kept fucking with it. And I was like, woman, I already fucking told you, just leave it alone. I've recently developed the irrational fear of shitting myself in my sleep. So like if I'm going to bed and I kind of feel like I have to poop, I like refuse to just go to sleep because I'm like, I don't know if I'll make it till the morning. So I get up and I go take a shit, right?
Why?
I don't know. And I also feel like it's not going to let me sleep. Like my tummy's going to be upset and then I'm not going to sleep well.
That's so fucking funny.
This used to happen to me all the time when we were kids. You remember when you had the little pull-up door thing.
Pull-up bar in the doorway, yeah.
I remember I would always like just like go on it, right? I don't know why. Could I do pull-ups then? No. Did I just like hanging and swinging from there? Yeah. And I remember this happened like more than once. Like every time I would go, I'd be like, let's see if this is gonna happen or not. Like often it occurred.
Like you're gonna
You
pick
get
up
me?
Thor's hammer or some shit. Like, let's see if we can fucking.
No, not with pull-ups though. I'm getting to what would happen. But I would go and like I would just like dead hang on it, I guess, like meh. And then sometimes I would get really like lightheaded and dizzy. And then I kind of don't remember what happened. And the next thing I remember, I'm like laying on the floor like, oh. And then I would just like, whatever, moving on.
What the
Has that ever
fuck?
happened to
You
you?
would pass
No.
out from hanging on that shit?
Yeah. Often enough to where like
You
I
weren't
wasn't
freaked
like
out.
I wasn't freaked out. I was just like, oh, happened this time. Hopefully it won't next. Moving on.
What is the spirit of Halloween? What would you say?
I was gonna say something.
Damn,
but I'm
I
not
already
gonna
thought of
say that
something.
anymore.
I thought of like a legitimate
What?
answer, but no,
What?
you have to answer. No, I'm not giving you
Oh.
the fucking ammo.
Why? What? Okay, I'm sorry. I thought this was a discussion.
Well,
not,
fucking say something.
Okay.
I thought you liked
Fair.
Halloween. This should be an easy question to
I
answer.
do. Okay. Being something you're not for one day. Just kidding. No.
Sad.
I know. You know what? I think Halloween's just about getting turned. Okay. Listen. Hear me out. Walk with me for a minute. When you're a kid, you go door to door, right? And you get fucking candy. And you know what happens when you eat that candy? You get a sugar rush, okay? And you know what you do when you have a sugar rush? You're like, oh! And like you're running around the place, okay? And that's Halloween as a kid. When you're an adult, you know what you do? You go to a party. You know what you do at the party? You drink. And you also eat candy. You know what I mean? So I think Halloween is about getting turned. I'm
Whack.
trying to think what I would call the great. You know what show I really, really, really liked?
What?
Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Yeah. Courage the Cowardly Dog.
I
was the shit.
loved that one. That was the shit.
Starring Courage, the Cowardly Dog!
Again,
Um,
that title, I never understood it until I was an adult. I don't know why I didn't do well with titles. Anyways, have you seen like the memes where they're like, I got that dog in me, and then it's like the dog in question, and it's Courage.
Yeah.
Or I didn't understand
Yeah.
the irony of him being named Courage and he's a bitch. You know what I
Courage.
mean? Like,
But then also he is really courageous because like when shit got to it, he did his shit, you know?
he was scared, but he did it, which is
Very
what
brave.
courage really is, you know?
It's like Neville Longbottom, you know? Everyone's like, why the fuck is he a Gryffindor? But he's so brave, even though he's a pussy. Yeah.
I'll fight you.
I find you.
If I had to guess what the first time I was around a rated R movie was, you remember the Precious Kids daycare? There was
Mhm.
one time where we went on like a little field trip and they took us to the movies. And something happened. We didn't watch the movie we were originally supposed to see. We ended up watching like an adult movie, whether it was like
remember this.
PG-13 or rated R. And then I was like, what do you mean? Like, I can't watch this? Like, this is rated R. This is blah, 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 blah. Or like, my mom's gonna get mad at me. And they were like, nah, it's cool.
Just don't
Just
tell her.
watch the movie. Just don't tell your mom. It'll be cool. We'll have a good time. Don't worry about it. And then they were like, if you don't want to watch the movie, you can just cover your eyes. And I, like a little bitch,
Covered
covered
your
my
eyes.
fucking eyes during the movie.
Because you were raised right.
And mom was like,
I would be so
"Aw."
proud. Yeah.
And I was like, no, not fucking aw.
I
What
bet
a
I didn't
bitch.
cover my eyes.
I know that was not a kid's movie. And she was like, what movie was it? I was like, I don't fucking know,
remember.
mother. I covered my eyes. Sophia would order pizza and she would customize the pizza and it would be ham, pepperoni, and bacon. And then she would be like, yeah, this is my favorite pizza combo. It's so good. I call it the Holy Trinity of meats. And I'm like, okay. And she's like, don't you think it's the best? And I'm like, I mean, it's good. She's like, but isn't it the best? Every time she would order it, she'd be like, yeah, I'm gonna get the Holy Trinity of meats. And she just kept doing that and kept saying what it is and kept calling it the Holy Trinity. And then yesterday, we were like, so what do we get? Because we didn't want to get all the same shit. And then she was like, yeah, I think I'm just gonna get the Trinity, you know? And I was like, stop fucking saying that. Like it's a thing. Like if you say, I'm gonna get Supreme, everybody knows what that is because everybody calls it Supreme. It's universally known as Supreme. For so long, she's tried to get me to agree with her, to like confer that it is in fact the Holy Trinity and it is the best. And we should call it that. She was acting like it was common knowledge and acting like it was a thing that we've agreed upon. And I was like, fuck you. You know what movie's really funny? And if you haven't seen it since you were a kid, you should definitely watch it again as an adult. Madagascar.
I
Dude.
like them big. I like them big.
If you haven't seen it in a long time, you need to watch it again. It's fucking hilarious because they're all originally in the Central Park Zoo. When you watch the movie again, you realize that the animals are like honest to God New Yorkers, where in the
Hey, I'm
dialogue,
walking
no,
here.
no.
Oh, wait, no.
You're getting the idea. There's a part where, like, in the beginning of the movie, they're doing this and that and whatever. And then one of the, I think it's Marty the zebra, he escapes. And then they're like, yo, where's Marty? And they're like, he left. And they're like, what the fuck? We need to go get him. Like, we need to save him. And they're like,
What's the fastest way to Grand Central?
Oh, you should take Lexington.
Melvin!
Okay, we should take Lexington.
What about Park?
No, park goes two ways. You can't time the lights.
and like bullshit like that. That's the type of shit that you don't realize as a kid what they're doing there. Every now and then, I'll see our clips and I'll see like how mean I am to you. And I'm like, man, like maybe I'm too mean to Sophia. Or maybe I call her an idiot too much. Or maybe I this or maybe I that. Or it's like, or maybe the internet is gonna like pit us against each other if we ever become famous. And they're gonna be like, hey, I know this guy says he's just joking, but he's actually an asshole and you should not associate with him anymore. And I'm like, nah, Sophia's got my back. She's not gonna turn her back on me, right? And I just like get in my head about like, what if I'm a dickhead, right? And I'll conveniently forget all the clips where you're being a fucking bitch to me. You know what I mean? I just watched the clip about you calling me a fat fuck when we were at Nude.
Dude, I was literally saw that video the other day and I laughed my ass off again. It's so funny.
But then I think about it and I'm like, no, how can you not understand? Like, we're siblings. This is not just a regular friendship. This is my sister. I lived with her for fucking 21 years. Like,
maybe early middle school, late elementary schoolish, my mom was throwing a party. And so like there's a bunch of chips kind of like on the counter. And then I saw someone get one and dip it in sour cream and eat it like that. And I was like, this is what's up. At that point, it was me, the counter, and the chips. Everyone else was in the backyard or doing something. And then I grabbed the chips and then I grabbed the sour cream. And then I went and I hid in a room and I fucking finished the whole bag. And I went and I put the empty bag back on the counter.
so that everyone would arrive at the counter, conclude that somebody else finished it, and no one would suspect a thing.
That's exactly what happened. Because later on, they finished cooking the meat, and mom was like, oh, like, the bag's empty. Like, maybe I should buy these more often. Like,
People love them.
people love them. And I was like, yeah, they're good.
You fat fuck.
And then I kept loading up my plate.
And she still ate after eating the whole fucking bag of chips.
Oh, yeah, I did.
Bob's Burgers, I think it does such a great job of making the most out of like nothing. On one end, you have like Rick and Morty, that's super high scale, where it's like technology, characters, concept of the episode, and how can we do something different when it comes to Thanksgiving, but still make it Thanksgiving themed, and the level of like comedy and social commentary and this and that and whatever. And Bob's Burgers is just, I have to go pick up my sister-in-law, who's a fucking nut job, and I fucking hate her, and I have to rely on my incompetent family to do the only thing I like to do on this day, my favorite holiday of the year that everyone couldn't give two shits less about. You know what I mean? Like, and it's so funny how you can have such different things in their approach,
Opposing.
and they're still both funny in their own
Still
way.
works. Yeah.
Texas Roadhouse.
You take that back right now.
You tell me what you think, and then tell
You
me
take
what.
that back right now. I think it's appropriately rated. I think Oscar's going to say it's underrated, and I think he should also shut the fuck up and shove his foot in his mouth.
Me calling it underrated is a good thing. That would mean that it's
No,
really
I
good
said
and more
overrated.
people need to. You said underrated. The problem is I haven't been to Texas Roadhouse without ordering a steak in like 4 years. So I'm not even that familiar with the other shit that they have. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But like the cheddar wedge appetizers, those are fucking good. Or like the potato skin appetizers, those are good. And I'm trying to think of the shit
The
that I have
butter
other than.
rolls?
That's my problem right there. Overall, I like Texas Roadhouse. If you want to go, I'll have it. I'll enjoy it. It's good. I think the rolls and the accompanying butter are overrated. They're good. But this thing that people have where they're like, oh my God, they're fucking heavenly. I fucking...
Listen. The Wi-Fi is down. On there, I go to my Spectrum app. It's like, issue, router disconnected. Then I call Oscar and I'm like, hey, I need a man right now because I'm just the girly pop. Which one's the router? And then he was like, I don't know which one the router is.
And then she fucking yelled at me.
And then I yelled at him.
She was like, what the fuck? You're fucking useless. And then I was like,
And
did
then-
you try just unplugging everything and plugging it back in? And she was like, oh no.
I was like, I'm gonna hang up on you. I need to find a real man. And then I called our dad. And I was like, which one of these is the router? He's like, that one. And I was like, okay, what do I do? And he's like, did you unplug it and plug it back in? And I was like,
I felt so old.
because he
'Cause
is
in-
old.
No, because in Grown Ups 2, they're having like a Halloween or like a costume party. And then he walks into the living room and they're like, what the fuck are you dressed up as? And he's like, what are you talking about? I'm Bruce Springsteen from the whatever album cover. And he's just wearing a white t-shirt and jeans. He has like a red hat tucked into his back pocket. And I'm like, I know which album cover. Like I know that Bruce Springsteen. And I was like, fuck, I'm old. There's another scene where some dude who's gay is like in the movie and he's like just in the kitchen, but he's dressed as Boy George. Boy George was one of those male artists back in like the 80s who would like dress super like flamboyantly and like wore makeup. In the movie, the dude dressed as Boy George, he starts like flirting with the other gay dude. And then he starts like talking to himself and he's like, no, we need to slow down. They're gonna find out our secret. Which I think is just a general reference to Boy George,
So,
like
it's
not having
like, yeah,
come
no
out.
shit.
Yeah, but also Boy George at some point hadn't come out, and it was like a big deal when he did. And then I was like,
Yeah.
that's so funny. I was gonna say, Sophia's such a fat fuck. Like, she'll be eating, and then she'll be like, yo, do you want some now? And then I'm like, you're still eating, dude. And she's like, yeah,
I'm
take it
so
away from
fucking
me, because I'm
full.
gonna...
Yeah. Yeah, literally. I'm like, I'm so fucking full, but like, if it's in front of my face, I'm gonna keep eating it because I'm like, this is going to waste because it's so good right now.
Things that should be illegal but aren't. Restaurants still existing on Google Maps, but not existing in real life. Like if I go on Google Maps and I look up Yamaguchi Ramen and it pops up and it says it's here and it routes you to the place, and then you go to the place in person and the restaurant is closed for business, like no sign, no fucking,
Yeah.
like just
You know
gone.
what? Yeah, that's what a fucking tease. That's messed up.
That happened to me one time with
Did
some
it?
wing place, that was supposedly pretty
Oscar
good. That was
loves
like,
wings.
it was like down the block. It was like 5 minutes away.
Oh, so you're like, yeah, and if it's good, then it can maybe
Then
be
it'll
like
be
a
like the
regular
place
thing,
that
and
I
it's
go
only
to.
like down. Oh, that sucks.
Closed for business.
We went to the dentist. They gave me the numbing shit. Pulled out my teeth. I think they ended up pulling out like 4, but they looked like long vampire teeth. Mom had made a note like, yeah, put it under your pillow for the tooth fairy. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get so much money because this is more tooth than usual. Yeah, because like if you have 1 tooth, you'll get like what, 50 cents? But I got extra. Normal teeth are this size, this tooth's this size, so that's like 1 tooth, like 3 extra fucking teeth right there in 1 tooth. And I was so excited going to sleep that night. And then I woke up and then I just got like the normal standard amount. And I was like, what the
Cheap
fuck?
ass bitch.
I was like, what the fuck? And I don't think I ever told anyone. Like, I don't even think I told mom, but I remember looking at the money and I was like, that's it? And I remember being disappointed.
Have you ever watched Coraline with people that have never watched Coraline before, Oscar?
Oh my god, no, actually.
I
That
have.
sounds hilarious.
It was hilarious because, like, I still don't think it's like that scary of a movie. Maybe a little suspenseful. When we were watching it, there was someone who was like, "Oh my, ah!" like, and like reacting like
Like
that.
actual jump scares and this and that.
Grown ass adult though, like one of my friends. You know what I mean? And I was like,
Yeah.
"Is this how normal people react? Am I a weirdo? Like, you
Are
know
you,
what I
in
mean?
your head, you're like, are you a bitch? Like,
Or am I weird? Yeah, I was like, which one is it? Because it's one. Like,
yeah.
but yeah. And then I brought up 9. I was like that one. And then one of the other people there who was saying like, yeah, like Coraline like freaked him out as a kid. He was like, oh, I would never watch 9. No, like no. Even now as an adult, no. And I was like,
Damn, you a
I think
bitch,
you're just
bro.
a bitch. Yeah, I was like, I just think that. I was talking to my friend. We were just talking about cults, right? And we were
Yeah.
like, that shit's crazy. Like, do you think you would ever like fall for one? And I was like, me personally, no. Like, I feel like I'm too smart for that. Like, I feel like literally every single thing in my life has to like go wrong, you know, and like perfect for the cult for me to fall for it, you know? Like, I feel like I would question everything. Like the rituals they have, I'm like, why are you wearing a dress like that? That's so ugly. Like, why are you doing that? You know what I mean? I feel like I don't want to fucking wear that, you know? And like, I just would question everything. Like, I wouldn't believe it. And then my friend went, you would be a great cult leader. And I was like, bitch, what the fuck? And I'm like, she said it so much like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like,
I was like, I can't tell if this is a compliment or not. Like, cause she said it like a compliment, but if you think about it, I'm like, I don't think that's a compliment. Like, I don't know.
I feel like food scales should be relative. They shouldn't be absolute. Like, it's not fair to compare Papa John's to like a real authentic pizzeria. You know what I mean? A Charlie Brown Christmas.
That shit was depressing.
It was so sad, but like in the funniest way.
I didn't realize how sad it was gonna be. They all hate Charlie
Yeah,
Brown.
that's what I was about to say. That's what I was about to say. Why do they all like fucking shit on him so heavily? Like, I guess that was part of the humor.
I think so. It might be one of those where like how he was on Christmas, maybe that's how he is all the time.
That's
you
the
know?
other
And
problem.
who likes a Debbie Downer? Let me look it up because now I'm curious. No, Charlie Brown isn't always sad. He's known for being melancholy, insecure, and frequently disappointed.
That's a yes.
But he also embodies resilience, hope, kindness, and never gives up, always trying again, making him relatable and lovable despite his gloom.
So he's a loser.
So basically, he's depressed, but he's high functioning depression.
He's like, I'm sad, and everybody's like, we know. And he's like, you right. Sophia's a fucking asshole. Sophia keeps making plans with her friends and then regrets having made the plans when the plans come up. She was telling me yesterday, she was like, oh, I made plans, but I don't want to go. And I'm like, you fucking stupid asshole. You actually have plans and actually have people who want to hang out with you. And you're like, I don't want to go. Why did you say yes in the first place? And she was like, because I wanted to go because we're going to go swimming, but I don't want to shave my legs. And I'm like, that's such a lazy fucking reason. And then
so hard.
she was like, you don't have to shave your legs. You don't know, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, motherfucker, don't act like you haven't let them grow out for the last year and a half. Don't act like this is such a fucking common occurrence. Chill the fuck out. But just so you know, Sophia has friends. She doesn't want to hang out with.
No, this is the thing. Whenever I make plans, like I'm hanging out with a person, I'm like, ooh, the vibes are there. I want to hang out with you more. This is cool, right? But then, like, the weekend comes. And then, like, I just get so lazy. And I'm like, I don't want to go. And then I'll go. And I'm like, the vibes are there. This is cool.
I've seen Gremlins before, but we watched it again recently just for the Christmas season and whatnot and for the podcast. Bro,
Yeah.
I did not know that movie was so fucking unhinged. I didn't remember that the lady flies out the fucking window. I didn't remember that the Gremlins are fucking degenerates in like that whole scene in the bar when they're just fucking like
Oh my
having
god,
a good time.
was cracking me
That
up.
scene was so fucking long too. Like they just
That
kept
scene was so
going.
long.
Like
It was so funny because, like, realistic in a sense of like just the bar, like some sleazy guys in the bar, like, and he's like, oh, look at this one, like how they're all like dressed up, and like it was just funny.
it was funny. That scene, I was kind of like, it went
like,
on a
it
little
had-
too long for me, and I was a little like, okay, this is like. But then I was like,
No,
no,
I
this
liked
is the
it.
type of shit that makes it more of a kids movie and a little more kid friendly and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What
I
I
was gonna say, 'cause
what I kind of
usually-
didn't like was that she's just there, still doing her job, serving them drinks and all this shit. Like,
You haven't had enough exposure to old people, strangers. Because I feel like right now you're just like, man, fuck that. They're all like, nah, right? But I remember specifically when I was a waitress still, and I would like serve old people, like they were just like sweethearts, you know? Or, you know, I don't know, maybe just not enough old people are being like nice to you. Because like they were so nice to me. They're like, oh my God, you're so pretty. Here, mija. Because it was still back in El Paso where like all of them were like old Mexican ladies. Here, mija. And they would like give me candies, and they're like, they would like grab my hand. They're like, you're so pretty. And I'm like, oh, you're so sweet. You're so sweet and old and nice. You know how many people they saw in their lives? They're old. And they still think I'm pretty, you know? But anyways.
one time when we were kids, we decided to like gather around and tell like scary ghost stories. And we had like a flashlight and shined it on our faces and shit. And so none of us had any actual real like scary stories, but we were just like, just make something up and just see who can like come up with something like scary, right? So I had a little go at it. Very, very soon into the story, I was like, yeah. And then like they closed the door and it was like a creaky door sound. And I went like, and I made like a creaky door sound. And all of them started laughing in my face. Cause it was like a shitty, like it wasn't a well done creepy door sound, and they all just started laughing, and I was like, "What the fuck are you guys laughing at?"
It's not
And
funny.
it just completely took them out of it, and they were just laughing. They're like, "What the fuck is this story about?" And I'm like, "It's developing, you dickheads!" Like,
Well fucking earned, bitch.
I don't like when girls do the whole food baby thing where like they
Oh,
eat and then they're
yeah.
bloated and then they like whip their stomach out and start fucking like holding it like it's like they're pregnant. Like that's just
Nah,
fucking weird.
I've done it to Oscar before. I'm like, look at my food baby. And then he said, I look like that every day. And then later that day, I cried in my room, but he didn't know that part. Anyways,
No fucking way. No, I didn't.
in my head, you were joking, okay? But sometimes you just be eating like a real good fucking meal and like it's so fucking good and you know you're full, but it's so fucking good that you don't give a shit and you're like, yeah, this was well fucking earned, bitch.
Speaking of the homie, I was at the gym and I was
He
talking to
was.
him, and then shut the fuck up. You know how rappers will freestyle on like radio shows, and they'll have their rapper buddies doing like background like ad libs.
Animal instinct, cannibalistic. I just ran out of lipstick. Man, I'm a twisted.
Sophia does that with regular fucking conversation, like with regular stories. I'll be like, "Yo, I was at the gym yesterday," and she's like, "At the gym." Like, bro, you know who you are. Oh my god, you know who you are.
Nah.
I was watching the Guardians of the Galaxy the other day, and there's a point where they capture Quill, and they're on the ship, and Yondu is like fucking scolding him, and Kraglin, the second in command, he goes, "Captain's got to teach stuff."
But his captain's got to teach his men what happens to those walk crossing.
Captain's got to teach stuff.
And that's you. Here's a quick little picture of me on the wrestling team in high school. This coach was hilarious because he did not bullshit. My senior year, I had to wrestle a girl. So we had a tournament in Douglas, Arizona. And the thing is like when there's a girl in the guy's bracket, news spreads like wildfire. And she was my first match of the day. As I'm taking off my warm-ups in my sweater and I'm handing them my stuff, that's where they'll usually have a little coaching of like, make sure you this, or this guy's really quick, or this guy always shoots on the bell. So like, be ready, whatever.
Yeah.
He and I had not addressed the fact that I was about to wrestle a girl. Everybody else had been talking about it. He walks up and I start giving him my shit, right? And I finally, for the first time, like look at him like, this is about to happen. And he looks at me dead fucking serious. He looks at me and he was like, "You better beat that bitch's ass."
Oh my god.
He was like, "Don't give me none of this bullshit about she's a fucking girl. She wants to wrestle with the boys. You wrestle her like a fucking boy." And I was like, "Will do."
Okay.
I beat her ass.
Like, you're like, am I gonna have a moral dilemma? And he was like, I don't fucking think so. And you're like, okay.
Things that should be illegal but are not.
When you're at the store and like let's say you open a bag of
start
chips
eating
and
shit
eat it
before you pay for
buy
it?
I think that's stealing. I think
I
because you
don't-
haven't paid
If
for
you
it
do
yet.
that, you're fucking weird and you're a child.
Weird.
Just
You're
fucking wait.
weird.
Just pay for it like a
And
reasonable
if you're
person.
that hungry, go pay
You
for
can't
it.
no,
and
you
then, like,
can't be that hungry. I don't give a fuck. You
Yeah, that's
can't be
true.
that hungry to not wait until you buy the shit. Like if you want to start eating it in the car, okay, fine. You're not that hungry to where you cannot wait until you start eating it. Maybe if you're a child, you're that hungry. But even as a child, your parents should be teaching you how to be.
I started thinking, I was like, what if they did it with like all groceries? Like if you just like opened pasta and was like, I just want a nibble. I went to the club and bruh, Oscar, it's so annoying. Because you know that very stereotypical, like, fucking guys will go and, like, try and, like, hit up on, like, the girls and they don't want it. And, like, no, it's not stereotypical. It's real life. It happens. When we were having fun, right? But then there was this fucking guy. This guy had his zipper down. And he came up, right? And I found a very good way to, without, like, you know, kicking them in the shin or something, to get him to leave you alone. You literally just whip your hair in their face. Hold on, I need more space. Literally, I looked like a crazy person. I was like, 10 out of 10, recommend.
And then he like ran off and I was like, oh fuck, I think that was Norman.
Oh, fuck.
Sophia's burning down her apartment.
I'm not. There's not even smoke.
Anyways, I'm gonna keep telling the story.
Hold on.
While Sophia runs around with her apartment burning down, I kicked him and then he fell off and ran. And then while I was like waking up, I was like, oh fuck, that was Norman. And I was like, aw, poor Norman. Sorry, Norman. My bad. You come back, bro. You come cuddle with me. It's okay. Anyways, that was the whole story. Why the fuck? Oh, I was gonna say, why were we talking about Norman? But one time, I was in the backyard, and then Norman had kind of wandered into the backyard, and he was just chilling, and we were just chilling,
Yeah.
and we were like, okay, cool.
It's not
And then
firing
Norman
anymore, guys.
was kind of walking.
Oscar's really good at doing big mouth episodes.
Big mouth voices.
Do the hormone monster.
We tried. We can't get a rhythm. It's
Yeah.
so funny. It's funny because
Do-
because I was thinking of the episode. And it's like where Nick FaceTimes Andrew, and then he's like, "Yo, we're having a party. Come over." And Andrew's like, "Nah, I'm with Missy and her parents." And Nick is like, "Fuck Missy's parents." And then Maury jumps in. He's like, "We tried. We can't get a rhythm."
Try. Do Lola Skimpy again.
Oh my god, I'm fucking hungry now.
Do Rick.
And kind of like, oh, you know what I love doing with Rick? There's an episode where Nick goes to tour the new school, and then at one point Rick says "believe women," and then he's like, especially when they're super duper pretty, right? Because they're talking about the girl that Nick has a crush on. And so
Yeah.
I always say that shit just by myself, where I'm like in my head, or anytime anybody says something along the lines of "believe women," I'm like, but you kind of like, gotta, like, oh. You know what I mean?
That's funny. What other ones are there? What Mom said, she was like, oh yeah, like there was like so many things when I was pregnant with you guys. I gained the most weight with so-and-so. This happened. Like, I feel like we know kind of, you know what I mean? Like,
Who'd you gain the most weight with? Me?
with you, yeah. And then she was in labor for the longest with me.
Sophia's always been slower than us.
Anyways, but I found something new, Oscar. Did you know that we fucked up Mom's teeth?
Teeth?
It's something about like the calcium in the teeth and like the baby needs.
Oh, we fucking rob her of all her nutrients, and then she's all brittle and fragile.
Yeah.
And shit.
And so she was
Yeah.
like, yeah, like every time I got pregnant, it got worse. Like when I was with Celeste, it like I could like feel it, but then when I was with Oscar, like it was more. And then by the time I was pregnant with you, like my teeth got like all fucked up. And so I was like, which I thought was funny. I was like, damn, Mom, why'd you even have me? 2 kids was enough. Like you like you would have been fine, okay? And I thought it was
Bitch.
hilarious. She didn't think it was as funny. Before I learned how like babies were made, I used to think that anytime I got bloated, I was pregnant. And I remember I would freak the fuck out because I was like, oh my god, like I'm too young to have a baby. My mom's gonna be so mad at me. Like, oh fuck, what do I do? What do I do? And I remember one time, I vividly remember, I was looking down at my stomach. I was in the bathroom. This was in the Darrington house. I was looking down at my stomach, and I remember I hit.
Oh my fucking god! Shut up!
And I just had this whole existential crisis. And I was like, oh no. And then like I took a fat shit and then I was all flat again and I was like, okay, we're good. Like I just got a little bloated. It's fine.
How is Evil Morty smart? Is it like a capability thing, or was he like an anomaly within the shits? You know what I mean? Like,
No, but I don't think so. I think if anyone has untapped potential, I
Is
think
Morty?
it's Morty. Because remember when Morty goes into the simulation. But remember when he comes out and he knows how to do all these things with the car and like he like
oh yeah. Like all of a
Like-
sudden he has all this knowledge. Okay, so you think Morty has the most untapped potential of all, and
I
Evil
think he has
Morty
the most.
tapped that potential because he stopped existing
Taking-
underneath Rick.
Yeah, I think because Rick is so smart, it makes Morty seem even more stupid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But right now he's going through his fucking puberty in the sense like he just wants to fuck everything. And so like he's not thinking with his brain, he's thinking with his dick. You know what I mean? And so like no one ever thinks smart with their dick, okay?
I have attached earlobes, right? The only people that have attached earlobes are me and my mom. My whole life when I was a kid, my dad would call me no lobe. Like address me as that shit and just like make fun of me for not having lobes. Or like when I was really little, they would make jokes where my dad would be like, "Hey Oscar," and I'd be like, "Huh?" And he'd be like, "What happened to your ears?" And then I'd be like, "My mommy stole them." Cause it was like a running joke where like he told me to say that, but then he would also tell me that my mom stole my ears and that I didn't have lobes and that this and that, and it was like a thing. That was like the genetic trait that like tied me to her in like an undeniable way, you know, other than being birthed by her. Where it's like you got your mom's eyes and I can never not see that they're your mom's eyes when I look at your eyes. No lobe, right? It was the same sentiment where I was no lobe. Nobody remembers Shrek 3 because I went around and I was asking everyone. I was like,
I
what is
remember.
Shrek 1 about? And they're like, Lord Farquaad, he goes and saves her. They fall
He's a
in
short
love.
dude with a bob.
She stays as an ogre. And I was like, describe to me the plot of Shrek 2. They're like, they go to visit the parents far, far away. That's where they have the giant gingerbread man and the fairy godmother and Prince Charming and this and that and blah, 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 blah. And then I'm like, describe to me Shrek 3. And they're like, Shrek 3 is with Rumpelstiltskin and the baby ogres. He wishes that he could go back. He's tired of being a parent and he wishes, and they'll do the roar and all this shit. And I'm like, no, everything that you just offered, all of that is Shrek 4. And I was like, what the fuck happens in Shrek 3? And Sophia was like, that's the one with all the other princesses where they have to go do this and they all fight and blah, blah. And I was like, I don't even remember anything you're saying. It was so popular that hating on it became popular. You know what I mean?
I hate that. I think that's so stupid. People who are so scared of being basic that they don't want to like it's in their character. Like, I don't like any of the basic things. I think that's such a bitch made mentality. Like, you're so insecure within yourself that you just can't like what you like, even if like, a lot of other people like it. Like,
that's how
stupid.
I feel about people. Like, there are certain people that are just contrarian for the sake of being contrarian. Like, they don't like basic shit because it's basic, or they don't listen to music on the radio because it's music on the radio and it's automatically bad. They want to dress differently just to be different. It's like, that's so stupid. Like,
and that's the thing, if you want to dress differently because you like how it is, like,
no,
cool,
you
but
shouldn't
there's people
do different. You should just do what you like.
Exactly, whether or not that
different,
is or isn't different.
Okay, cool, whatever. You should just watch what you like. You should just listen to what you like, and being different shouldn't be a fucking concern. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I kind of want to tell all the stories because I won't necessarily say who it is. And then if this ever gets anywhere and those people ever actually see it, I can kind of explain, like, it's not that, like, it doesn't matter that it's not personal in that way. You know what I mean? So I kind of want to tell all the stories, but I kind of... Would you shut up, you fat fuck?
It smells so
I'm
good.
I'm literally...
It smells so good. I'm sorry. Just say it. And then if they have something wrong with it, be like, well, no one needed to know that was you. I'm listening.
And Celeste was like, I love the way my nana cooks. She was like, she cooks better than mom. And I was like, word? Because mom cooks pretty damn well. And she was like, I remember when we were kids, I used to tell mom, like, to her face, yeah, nana's food is better. Like,
that's kind of crazy, right? Work.
And then she was telling me that her boyfriend, he likes mom's cooking a lot. Because he's like, no, yeah, like, you can tell your mom cooks with love.
That's
and
so
like,
funny.
we just kind of laughed. And then Celeste was like, I don't know. I think mom cooks with, like, conditional love. But my nana...
Fucking bitch. That's so funny.
She was like, my nana, she cooks with unconditional love. That's why it's so much better.
Damn.
It was so fucking
That's so
funny. You know how you know you're getting old, Sophia? When you watch Home Alone, the more painful each of the things look, the older you are. When he's walking up the front steps and he slips and falls on his back, bro, the older you get, the more painful that shit looks. It's crazy.
Yeah,
because
you know before it's just funny. Because before
when
it's
you're
just
a kid,
like,
it's pure humor. It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
If you watch the movie and you see that and you go, you're fucking old, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah. Or like when they step on all the little cars and they both fall.
Yeah.
If you wince, you're fucking old. Tom Cruise is literally famous for doing his own fucking stunts. The motherfucker was strapped to the side of a fucking plane that was in the air.
You sound like when I was a student. It was my very, very first day. The person I was with was like the director of the ultrasound department at that particular hospital. And they like tell you, they're like, be prepared to scan, just like be prepared to do as you're told, like be prepared. I kid you not. He spent 1 whole hour talking about Tom Cruise and how awesome he is.
He told me about this actually.
He was like, I don't like Tom Cruise. But honestly, I don't like Tom Cruise because I'm jealous of him. Like, look how cool he is. And then apparently Tom Cruise has a plane. You know how I know he has a plane?
He has his pilot license and shit.
And he told me, he's like, yeah, look. And then he showed me, he Googled pictures on the work freaking computer, Tom Cruise plane. And I was like, just trying to steer the conversation back to like ultrasound. Because I was trying to learn where the cafeteria was. I was trying to learn what their protocol was. I was trying to learn these things.
Back.
I was trying to learn things that I needed to know.
So are you going to buy that bathwater soap?
It's a whole thing. It's funny. People say that there's a hole in it.
There isn't.
On TikTok. There isn't. Oh, okay.
No,
People
no.
have been
I
joking
saw
around.
videos.
No, I don't need
saw
to know
videos
more. I don't
where
need
they
to
were
know
like,
more.
where they
You
were
can leave
like,
that.
they were like unboxing the Sydney Sweeney soap, and then they open it up and they're like, "What the fuck?"
It's that one drunk girl. They're like, shots for everyone. Shot here. You take a shot. No, you don't drink, but you're drinking tonight. You're
I fucking hate that shit.
I fucking hate
I
that.
hate that shit.
I'm like,
I hate, do you want to drink? And I say, no, I don't drink. And they think they're real fucking clever saying, you're drinking
gonna drink
tonight. No, I'm fucking not.
It's so annoying.
You stupid fuck.
because I'm not there being like, you want some water? No. Why don't you?
You're
drink
having water
You don't drink
tonight.
water.
Like-
You're having water tonight. You know what I mean?
You know what they need to bring back? Making jokes for adults
In kids' movies.
I think that's the biggest difference between movies kind of nowadays
Kids
versus
movies now and
movies
kids
back
movies
then.
then.
And I think that's why movies back then stay iconic even through adulthood.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
you could watch it as an adult and you can appreciate it in a
whole new
other,
way.
like,
Yeah,
light.
exactly. That's
Yeah.
the whole thing. That's the thing. You never need to tell kids stories. You need to tell adult stories, and you need to package it in a way that kids can still enjoy without comprehending the depth of the story, right?
Like Inside Out.
Like Inside Out. Oh my God. Inside Out is not a fucking kids movie. Inside Out is a movie for fucking parents. And kids will enjoy it, and kids will like the colors and joy and this and bing bong and that and blah blah blah, and it's all fun and games and whatever.
Bong.
But until you're a fucking parent,
when
I
Bing
still
Bong
cry thinking about
died.
Bing Bong. Leave me alone. But until you're a fucking parent and you understand the process of seeing your kid grow and develop and change right before your eyes, that movie's not gonna fuck you up the way it's supposed to. When I was a kid, my dad had this thing that he would do where every time he saw a really, really big fat dude, he would point him out and he would be like, "Hey, Oscar, that's your real dad." And I used to like lose my shit and be like, no, he's fucking not. And then he'd be like, your mom lied to you. I'm not your real dad. Like, and then I'm like, nuh-uh. And he's like, who's your real dad then? And I'd be like, you. And he'd be like, nah, I don't believe it. And he would just rage bait me and just like troll me
Really
with this
would.
fucking thing of like, that's your real dad.
That's
and
where I
like
got
it was
from. I don't know if I don't know if I would say it, but like if I would like see someone, I would like nudge.
tell
the
him
Oscar.
like, hey, look,
I'd be
there's
like-
a good one.
You were talking about the dinosaurs, right? And then I started thinking, we call them dinosaurs. And what if they do have feathers and we just like, we're like butchering their image, you know? Like imagine if the meteor comes and then all humans are extinct, right? And then some other like high intelligent species forms and then they find our fossils and they're like, look, this is the humans. But then like they give us feathers. You know what I mean? Like imagine a human with just feathers. And that's just like what they think we looked like. And what if we're doing that to the dinosaurs? And then they wouldn't call us humans because they don't know like humans are the word. They'd be like, look at the Schlingo blockers. You know what I mean? And it's just like something completely different and random. But yeah. Imagine? That's crazy, huh?
Yeah, it would be crazy.
That shirt is cool.
Look it.
Yeah.
You don't recognize this shirt?
It's Big Oscar. I got it for Big Oscar, didn't I?
You bought it for him, right?
Yeah. Did you steal it?
Motherfucker, I'm
motherfucker!
in California.
Steal it? How the fuck? I thought you just bought one. You fucking asshole.
I was in town, and then mom texted me. She was like, yo, let's go eat at this place. I go to the room, and I'm like going to my luggage, and I'm gonna put something on. And she walks into the room, and she's wearing this shirt. And I was like, that's a badass
cool.
shirt. Whose is it? And she was like, I don't know. And I was like, it's not like Big O's? And she was like, I asked him if it was his, and he says he doesn't recognize it. We were talking about it. And I was like, I think Sophia bought this for Big O.
I got it for him for Christmas. You were there when he opened it.
It looked familiar to me. Anyways,
And he said,
so hold on.
oh,
So
this
then,
is cool. And he wore it the next day.
so then.
You guys are all assholes.
No, but look at this badass. Look.
I know it's badass. I bought it.
How many fucking movies are actually about Halloween?
I'll tell you how many. There is Monster House. Happens during Halloween.
That's not about Halloween. Oh, it is Halloween. It is about Halloween, though. Damn, Monster House is a Halloween movie, huh? I love that movie.
Bitch. It's a great movie. Speaking of Monster
It's
House,
not like
that's a 10 out
it's
of
not
10
about
movie.
Halloween, but it is pretty strongly integrated with the Halloween thing. Because the whole thing is that like he wants to go trick or treating, and he's like, "No, I'm too old for that shit," and he's like, "No, we're not." Monster House is a Halloween movie? Damn, I've
Monster
never
House
realized
is
that.
a Halloween movie. Yeah, now what, bitch? Okay, the next
Who
one.
are you arguing? Who are you mad at? Like,
You. The next one.
I can already tell you Monster House is probably going to be at the top of my list.
I work in healthcare, right? And so there's some times where like I'll be kind of fairly close to like the patient, and like it's my biggest pet peeve when they blow air in my face. Like sometimes people just like have heavy breathing and like they'll be like right in my face. Right in my face. It's just hot
Rude.
and like moist and warm, and it's like it's so like it's rude. And for those of you who are like, I wonder how that feels. Like, just go, like, I don't know, ask like someone you're close to, just go in your face. It's gross. Okay. And now imagine if that was a stranger.
And imagine if you were at work.
So you
already
can't even
mad.
be like, don't breathe in my face.
You can't
like
even
that.
be
You
like,
can't
dumb
be-
bitch, don't breathe in my face like that.
You
What the
can't
fuck
say
is wrong
that.
with you?
Inception.
Overrated.
I
In
think
it's like
underrated.
a lot of people are like, oh, this is the best movie ever when it came out.
Is it? I feel like a lot of people our age haven't seen it.
Well, a lot of people our age when it came out were too young to really like follow it, I think.
Okay, I think underrated in our generation.
And boo. I think it's overrated in its confusingness.
That could also just be a me thing too. I like kind of more open ending.
Nah, I hate that.
I
Up for
love
interpretation.
I
Whack.
love that. I love the debate that comes along with it. I love I love it. I
No,
love it.
I hate it because the conversation never ends. There has
That's what I like about
No,
it.
why are we going to talk about this forever? Imagine
answer
doing
is
a math
whatever's in
problem
your
that never
heart.
ends. Like,
There are.
whack.
It's called pie. Anyways,
I was at Starbucks. Some old dude walks up to me and I'm sitting there and he's standing right here next to me and he's like, hello, my friend. And I was like, huh? Hi. And I took off my headphones and he was like, are you familiar with email?
aww.
I was like, yeah. And he was like, I need some help because he was like, I need some help sending this email. And then I was like, okay, click on that. And then I was like, do you know who you want to send it to? Because I'm like, this old dumb motherfucker doesn't even realize he needs the other person's email address in order to send them an email. And I was like, who do you want to send it to? Type it in. And then he types it, right? And then I was like, and you need a subject. And I was like, and then right there you send your message. And then he goes, hi. And I'm like, is this old motherfucker emailing like his fucking war buddy from like 40 years ago? You know what I mean? Like they finally switched over from letters and they're keeping in touch on fucking email. Like,
What was the subject? Greetings?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Avatar: The Last Airbender theory. Katara's big, like Fire Nation killed my mother. It's crazy how Hana was the reason for that. If you think about it, they would only like take them captive and like hold them up.
But then that chick started fucking shit up with the blood bending and they were like, we'll just kill him.
We're
Fuck
done.
this. Oh.
I was rewatching Avatar the other day and then I saw that and I was like, that's why, right? Like, I think the timelines like add up.
The timelines add up, but also like, why would the Fire Nation keep that a secret?
Because the Fire Nation's whole thing is we are better than you. We are more powerful than you.
But I'm saying within the Fire Nation, they would have like, oh, this is a fucking problem. Like we need to handle. Well, okay then. If
And
it's
that's
a
why
secret,
they
it's
were
a secret
doing it.
among them. But obviously, they're not gonna go around yelling like these motherfuckers can do this shit if they try really hard.
I think they just told them we just got to start killing them, but they didn't tell the little foot soldiers they can bloodbend. Because also not
Then the
smart
foot
to do
soldiers
that.
are gonna be scared and shit. Chili's.
Oh, I think it's appropriately rated.
I think it's overrated. I think Chili's is not that far off from Applebee's.
I
Or, like,
100,000%
hold on,
disagree.
Hold on.
And I think you're stupid for thinking
I saw a
that.
video. I
And
saw
I
a
think you
video.
should stub your toe because you
Okay.
think such stupid.
We get it. Like Chili's is fine. It's good. It's enjoyable, right? It's not better than BJ's. It's not better than Cheddar's. It's nowhere near Cheesecake Factory. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's fine. But like this whole thing where like, especially like on social media and especially in our generation, like as of late, Chili's has this kind of like, oh, let's go to Chili. Oh my God, I love Chili's. The whatever fucking sampler shit with the cheese pool and then it's not that good. You know what I mean? Like, it's fine.
Chili's is yummy.
I used to think I was gonna grow up to be black.
In what universe?
I don't fucking know. I remember I used to think that you were either black or white. And I was clearly
I'm
not
not white.
white. So I thought as I got older, my
You would
skin
just
was going to darken and I was going to blossom into a beautiful black man. You know what I mean? Like,
And so, what did you think when you saw actual black kids your age?
I think in my head, it was the sort of thing where, like, if you were white, you were just going to be white and you were going to stay white and that was going to be that, right? Or if you were my age and you were already darker, then when you became an adult, you were going to be dark as shit.
It just
Like,
keeps going.
Yeah. And then
What the
I was just going to
fuck?
be like a less dark. You know what I mean? Like, you get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
I don't have
That's
any real
hilarious.
like explanation or defense for that. I think I was little, like really little, to where like there's clearly a lack of fucking logic.
That's how I feel about Die Hard.
You did not care for it?
I did not
It
care for it.
insists upon itself?
He only tried to get the first guy's shoes, and he's like, "Ah, little pussy feet," right? And then he goes to the
None
next
of the
one.
other guys he kills,
He
he doesn't
didn't-
check their shoes.
He doesn't check their shoes. Why would you not check their shoes? And then you're all there, like, walking with little broken feet on the glass. You wouldn't have been walking with broken feet on the glass if you would have checked these other guys' shoes. But the OG third Shrek movie has, like, one of my favorite Shrek scenes. And it's when the fucking Snow White, she goes, and she's like, it's
Yeah,
so
that's just
fucking,
cool.
I love that scene. It's such, like, iconic girly pop.
Cunty. Like,
Cunty, I loved it.
there's a bit by Chris D'Elia in his Man on Fire special. Chris D'Elia starts talking about the movie, and he's like,
Good
you know how
movie.
you do that thing when you watch a movie and you see the character, the main character, and he's fucking badass, and you're like, that's fucking me. I'm Denzel in my life if my life was a Denzel movie. That was Sophia watching
With
Snow White do that
yeah.
shit. Where she's like, that's
Yeah.
fucking me.
Yeah, that was me. With this patient, right? I was like doing the exam, that like my job, right? And she was so nice. She was like the sweetest person, just like telling me like her life story. She's like, yeah, like talking about like her kids and her grandkids. And she's like, and now my grandkid is pregnant, like, and she's gonna have the kid. Like, she was like, oh,
Wow.
like you're so like just like very like, yeah, I love my family so much, I love them. And then she just fucking drops, I can't wait to die though. I was like, what? And then she's like, yeah, like, honestly, I'm just here because, like, my family really wants me to, but, like, I'm old. I'm gonna die. And I was like,
She's like, these sons of bitches won't let me die.
because, like, part of me's like, don't fucking say that, but then another part of me's like,
Damn, bitch, you're
I
right.
don't-
Balto, amazing, inspirational. I get people bumps. I used to quote that shit because it's funny because the goose says that he gets people bumps when he gets nervous, but it's like a play on goosebumps, but he's a goose. Hilarious, right?
Oh.
Also,
Yeah. Keep going. You said people bumps, and I was like, what? The
What?
fuck are the people bumps? Like, I get it.
but then the
It's all
goose drops
coming
the
together.
hardest fucking line ever. You know what he says when Balto's thinking about running out there?
Run.
No.
A dog cannot make this journey alone, but maybe a wolf can.
Balto is the fucking shit. You should watch it if you haven't.
Balto's